Greetings, viewers at home. We are so excited to be with you even today. It is indeed the day that the Lord has made. This is Kingdom Conversation brought to you by Unbounded Word. Our main aim it is to close a gap between an older and younger generation by allowing the wisdom and the experience of the old to meet the speed and the energy of the young. We are just here to discuss kingdom conversations, to bring different perspective of anointed servants of the Lord. I'm not alone in studio today. I am very humbled to have one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Maphinda. Utata unati namtanje. Greeting, Tata. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Let me appreciate the opportunity afforded to me to make a small contribution on this assignment where we are trying to tap from the well of experience. Hopefully the viewers will be able to learn one or two lessons in advancing the kingdom of God.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dada. We know that there are a lot of sacrifices you've made for you to be here, and definitely we are honored to have you here. Before we can start on our business of today, can you tell us who is Dada Maphinda? Maybe they don't know you, they do see you. Just a brief ba ungubani Tata.
Well, I am not a person of profile.
Yes.
This reminds me of Matthew 16.
Yes.
When Christ asked his disciples as to who do people
say I am.
And thereafter, and then he said, what do you say I am?
Yes.
I like Peter's response because
yes.
He did not go into background, education, anything else, except to say, you are Christ the Messiah.
You are Christ the Messiah.
The Son of the living God. So this is K Maphinda, born and bred in Bizana, staying in East London, married to Spokas, blessed with 3 kids, and a child of God. And that's me in a nutshell.
Amen. Amen. I'm sure viewers at home, you are so excited. He's very humble. He's not a person of a profile. That is definitely the truth. But behind that, there is a lot. But maybe that's a story for another day. Today we've got something else to actually speak about. Amen. So the subject that we're going to be discussing, engaging with Dada Maphinda, it says pre-marital patterns. Pre-marital patterns. This is something that is very much important, very much important to look at, because most people, older people, advise us and say that there are some other things that you are unable to change when you are in the other side of the river. So which means that those that you can avoid, you have to try by all means and avoid them. Those you can be, and some other things that you can be equipped with, you have to ensure that you are well equipped with that. So as we know that Utata deals with a lot of that. Definitely that is why it was a must for us to host him, so that he can outpour his wisdom and his perspective pertaining this issue. Yes. So for someone who does not know about anything that pertains premarital patterns, maybe in a nutshell, what is it? What are premarital patterns? What is it?
In a simple way, I would say the premarital patterns is a journey that a marriage counselor would take those people that have agreed to marry on, so that they may understand the implications of the decision they have taken. That's in a nutshell.
Okay.
But also let me point a weakness to premarital patterns. It is because when people come for counseling, it is always after they have made a decision.
Okay.
So premarital counseling is before marriage, but a post-decision for people to get married.
All right. Okay.
Now, that is dangerous.
Yes.
Because what if the decision itself is not properly informed?
Yes.
Now, can words of wisdom make what is not properly informed?
Okay.
And that's the dilemma we have.
Yes.
Now, because people agree to get married.
To get married.
Marriage is a decision. That's what we know.
Yes.
And number two, we know that no decision sustains itself.
Okay.
Every decision is sustained by the decision makers.
All right.
So the quality of the decision makers has a bearing on the lifespan of the decision they have made.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
that's number two. Number three, there is no decision that is exempted from tests
Okay.
or challenges.
Or challenges.
But again, when that decision is put to a test, it is going to be sustained by the decision makers.
Yes.
Now, that dilemma we always have is people who think that premarital counseling will do a miracle when they themselves are not miracles.
All right.
Now, when your choice is ill-advised,
Yes.
words cannot make your choice to be properly advised.
Okay.
So therefore, the quality of the decision makers is directly related to the quality of the decision
Okay.
making.
All right. All right.
Now, whatever pattern we may come up with, because there are different styles of premarital counseling, I will always say, no matter how good it can be, but it will never replace the significance of the decision makers.
Okay.
Because, for an example, you in a premarital counseling, you are advised,
Yes.
but the marriage counselor will not be responsible in bringing the words into action.
Into action.
James 1 says, we must not only be the hearers,
Yes.
but also the doers.
The doers.
So during premarital counseling, you are hearers, but you are left with a responsibility to be the doers.
Okay.
And for you to be a doer, it depends on your level of maturity.
Yes. Yes.
So that's why then I always say the choice to get married is so important, not because of the person you have chosen, but because of the caliber of the chooser.
Okay.
Who you are.
Who you are.
Because your choice will never exceed the type of a person that you are.
Yes.
You cannot be wise in choice than you are matured on other things.
On other things.
It's just like somebody who aspires to go to heaven but has not chosen Jesus.
Yes.
You can't go to heaven when you have not chosen Jesus.
Yes.
Because he said, I am the way.
I am the way.
And that's it.
Definitely.
So there are people that have got aspirations for solid marriages.
Okay.
But they themselves are not solid.
Are not solid.
They have not looked after themselves.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Tara. That is a very, very powerful perspective.
Yes.
Viewers at home, I hope that you are still with us and definitely you are receiving these perspectives. I would like us, Tata,
Yes.
I'm really interested for us to go back a bit because
Yes.
honestly, the premarital counseling, it's more like an advanced stage, as you have said that you are advising people that have already decided on
That's
something,
it. Yes.
who knows what they want, who
Yes.
knows who they are, their
Yes.
strength,
Yes.
their abilities and everything.
Sure.
You know, yes. But now I want us to go backwards a bit
Sure.
before, prior that. When to get married? I know that maybe it might not be a very easy question to answer, but according to the experience you have, when is the right time to get married, or when to get married, or what to look for that identifies that this is the time where you need to get married?
Now, the when part
Yes.
of getting married depends on the purpose aspect for getting married.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Now, that is critical
Yes.
because time must be informed by the purpose.
All right.
Why do you want to
Get
married?
married. All right.
Now, if that has been answered, then we'll be able to go back and say, are you ready to fulfill
To fulfill.
this purpose?
Yes.
It cannot be based on age.
Yes.
You know, it must be based on purpose.
Purpose.
From a legal perspective, there is age.
Yes.
If you are a minor, you need to get permission from the magistrate and all of that, and you need to get consent from parents. If you are below 21, because you are not allowed to sign and all of that.
Yes.
So there are guidelines from a legal perspective.
Yes.
But to me, number one, it is the purpose.
The purpose.
Do you understand the purpose?
Yes.
Can you deliver on the purpose?
On the purpose.
Can you be able to take a step back and ask yourself the question, do I have what it takes
Yes.
to get married and to remain married?
Yes.
Because getting married does not automatically translate to remaining married.
All right. All right.
Most people prepare themselves well for marriage entrance than for marriage sustainability. Now, for you to get married, you need two things.
Yes.
You need the resources
Okay.
to prepare for the ceremony.
Yes.
You need a person, because you cannot be married to yourself.
Definitely.
Now, resources are in abundance all over. You can even make a loan.
Yes.
The financial institutions, you may even invest. Number two, there's lots of single people that want to get married. So there is no challenge or scarcity of people.
Yes.
But the question is, do you have what it takes to sustain the marriage,
The marriage.
and make it deliver on the intended purpose?
Purpose.
Remember, a decision to get married
Yes.
is individual. You choose to get married and whom to get married to.
True.
But staying married is not only your individual choice.
Yes.
You cannot stay married without the willingness of your partner to stay married with you.
Okay. Okay.
It takes two to build marriage,
To build.
but may take one to destroy marriage. So therefore, young people have asked me, when will I know that I am ready? And then my simple answer is, as long as you cannot tell when you are ready, it means you are not ready. It is as simple
As that.
Yes. If you do not know whether you are ready or not, it means you are not ready.
You are not ready.
Yes, eh?
Yes.
Because you could be doing well financially. That's fine. Financial stability is not necessarily an indicator of your ability to sustain marriage.
Yes.
Because what sustains marriage is relationship.
Okay.
And we do not relate around materialistic things.
Yes.
We relate around character.
Okay.
So it takes character. Character is about your behavior.
Yes.
Who you are and how you conduct yourself. And a character is not bought.
Okay.
A character is a product of discipline. It is a product of upbringing.
Yes.
It is a product of being teachable.
Yes.
It is a product of self-development.
Yes.
Now, that's a character. Now, there are people that play a role in shaping your character, but you are also critically a role player in self-development.
Yes.
And character sustains marriage. More than resources. That's why even well-to-do people, they get divorced. They have everything, but their weakness revolves around character. So that's why then I always say, I cannot put time limit and say at the age of 15, at the age of 25, and so forth, because our level of development and maturity, they always differ. But secondly, also the issue of priorities. Some people will tell you that I still have other obligations. I can only consider getting married when I am 30 years. Because I wouldn't want to burden and sacrifice my family because of the priorities that I'm still trying to deal with. So I am saying the answer is in your level of readiness in delivering and understanding the purpose of getting married. The last point, ukuchata ayikuba nomuntu. Ufuneka wohluke. If you want to have a partner, don't think that the best way is to get married. There are people who want to deal with the problem of loneliness by getting married. No, marriage is not an answer to loneliness. It's a separate issue because you can be lonely even when you are married. You can be lonely. That's your personal problem. When you are married, you don't get married for your partner to deal with issues that you should have dealt with before getting married. Otherwise, you don't get married for your assignment to be carried and done by your partner. You must marry because you are on top of things individually. Getting married to a person who is also on top of things individually. Because you are equal partners there. You are not you are not insubordinate to that person. So you are equal partners. You must deliver as a husband. You must deliver as a wife. And no one is replaceable. So you cannot make your husband to address your shortcomings as a wife, or a wife does the opposite. So that's why then I'm saying there is no years or age that we can say, because age, as a matter of fact, doesn't get married. There's no marriage for age.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, no. At home, are you listening to that?
Yeah. It's people.
It's people.
Yes, it's people who get married. So therefore, we cannot put an age factor. When age does not get married. So we must be able to say, when do you think you are ready? Regardless of age. And your readiness must include your ability to sustain and defend your decision of getting married. It's easy to get married, but remaining married, keeping your find, is a challenge. Ngoba kufuneka uhlale naye ngokohlobo alulo, engazalelwanga wena, akhulisele wena. Uthatha umuntu omdala ongazalaniyo naye, ongafundiselwanga wena, ongakhuliselwanga wena, umenzo wakho, umuntu omnyumzi, umenze owakho, ude uthi wena ndikuthande, ndikululamele, side sahlulwe kukufa. Awukhange wazi noba kuyahlaleka na naye. And that takes me to the last point on this. Into ethetha ukuthi what sustains marriage is not necessarily who your partner is, more than who you are to your partner. You sustain your marriage by who you become than who your partner becomes.
Yeah. Viewers at home, this is a lot to to digest. This is a lot to digest. I don't think this is enough for only one day, because I know that if we have given Utata a chance to speak on this subject, you know, he ensures that he blows our mind, you know, so that you don't even know what to take. You don't have enough basket to. Otherwise, there are a number of things that you have mentioned.
Sure.
That time and age, also resources are not the determining factor.
Yes.
But number one, the purpose.
Yes.
You even mentioned that if you are not ready, or you think you are not ready, which means you are not ready.
That's correct. Immediately that dawns your mind. Immediately that manifests itself in the form of a question.
Yes.
There's an automatic answer.
Yes.
You cannot be confused. Confusion is an element of unreadiness.
Okay.
Now, when you are confused, it means you are not ready.
You are not ready
to act on something.
Yes. Yes.
So which means don't act.
Don't act on it.
Up until there's no confusion.
All right. No. That's great data. I like this perspective that you've actually brought now. It has made me and it has
Sure.
Let us go a bit further now, backwards again. I think it's working well if we are doing it in a reverse manner.
That's fine.
So now, prior that decision, because other people would say that I do want to get married, but prior making that decision of getting married, I know that you've said that you need resources, though they are not a primary determining factor, but of course you need, and you can get resources, and there are plenty of people as well. And you mentioned the issue of character as something that helps the marriage to be sustained, because people should not just be excited by entering, because it does not end on entering, but there are sustainability issues that people need to consider, and character plays a role on that. Yes. So now, there is this thing, you know, which brings a huge debate of dating and not dating in the church. And I'm sure you've heard a lot about that, and you've dealt with a lot about that. Others, they would say that there is a Christian dating. Others, they said, no, you can't date. You just need to maybe dream, or you just need to see someone, go meet umfundisi, and then, you know, you get married. What's your take? What's your perspective when it comes to that?
First and foremost, dating and courtship are non-biblical terms.
Okay.
They are not in the Bible.
Yes.
It does not mean because they are not in the Bible we cannot talk about them.
All right.
There's one word in the Bible, being engaged or betrothed.
Okay.
Now, when you are engaged, it simply means you are already committed to someone.
To someone.
There are family negotiations.
Yes.
It shows that now there's a definite direction. There's an agreement.
Yes.
You are working towards that.
Yes.
Like Mary to Joseph. They were engaged.
Yes.
So that's what is in the Bible.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to go back to what is dating, what is courtship. I listen to different perspectives that people have.
Yes.
But to me, I always say dating or courtship will not determine the quality of your marriage.
Okay.
Because your dating and your courtship has got nothing to do with you more than to do with an attempt to understand the next
The
person.
next person. All right.
Because in dating, there is no decision.
Okay.
It's exploration.
Exploration.
In courtship, there is no decision, but exploration.
Okay.
Now, any relationship that is not underpinned by a decision, is compromised of character and truthfulness. Why would I commit myself when there is no commitment?
Okay.
Because we are exploring. So I have to play certain cards on my chest. What if it doesn't work? Having played all my cards. So uzawuhamba nami. So I have to play certain cards on my chest.
Yes.
So it's natural. But once, for an example, there is commitment.
Commitment.
Look at Mary when the angel visited her.
Yes.
She says, "Blessed are you, O woman,
Yes.
for you shall conceive." Now, because of the commitment, she said, "How shall this be, knowing that I don't know a man?"
I don't know a man.
Now she rose up to defense of the commitment.
Okay. Okay.
Hence, the angel had to go to Joseph.
Yes.
Because there is a commitment.
There's a commitment.
That is why when abantu bewe courtship, abantu bewe relationship, often will end up with multiple relationships because there is no commitment.
People, they just explore.
They are on an exploratory mission. Now I am saying an exploratory mission by nature is devoid of commitment. It is predominantly characterized by compromise.
Yes.
You play certain cards on your chest
Yes.
up until this has a sense of
Direction.
Now, the second comment I want to make around this, both dating and courtship, they unintentionally delay you in developing yourself.
Okay.
Because you are trying to understand
And learn with the person.
another person when you are still grappling with your self-identity. You still have certain questions
Yes.
that you have not found answers for yourself. Yet you are on a mission to understand another person. Why would you bring another person upon your life when you have not understood who you are, where you are, and where you are going? So that's why then people can spend many years as a marriage counselor. People will say, "Jonga mfundisi, sina 3 years sichatile. Kodwa kule 3 years sichatile, before yona sina 10 years sisazana." But ufumanisa uba ezingxaki banazo awazi uba siphoncuke yiphi kula 10 years because minyaka mithathu bethathile.
Yes.
But ngoku yinkwanenkwa. Into ethetha ukuthi la 10 years it's wasted years.
Okay.
Because common sense ithi kanti what did you use la 10 years for? What is the value
Of the 10 years.
of the 10 years of your relationship when you have this? And I would not blame them for having those challenges. It is simply because under those 10 years, they were enjoying partnership than the truthfulness
Okay.
about one another.
About one another.
They were enjoying the company more than the truthfulness about one another. So therefore, I would say it's your choice. You can start with dating, courtship, we will wait for you. We'll wait for you. We will wait up until you say you are engaged. And then we come in. And we will not consider the years you have spent in courtship and in dating. Because we know they have no value add to your decision.
To a decision. Sure. That's yo. Thank you so much. That's another perspective. That when people are dating and when people are actually in courtship, there is no rigid decision.
Yes.
But people are just exploring. Therefore,
Yes.
people, they play their cards very well, careful, so that everything can go towards the predestined destination,
Yes.
so that things can go very, very well.
Yes.
So, Odada is actually saying that whatever, noba wenza ntoni pha, okusalayo, funeka eyona nto it's the actual marriage, because that's where the commitment is.
Yes. And your decision to get married will not be informed by your courtship experience or dating experience. There are people but sichatile ngoku ndidiwe finish ndakunqanda sisekwi courtship ndakunqanda usenze ezi zinto kodwa usazenza nangoku ndidikwe finish uzawukhula nini. And what I have learned also intoba xa sele abantu betshatile
yes
bachata sebediniwe ukunyamezela mistakes zomnye nomnye. For sebediniwe. That's why they easily get divorced. Athi umuntu unyaka uyi-1 athi kanti ndokonwaba ndidiniwe. When as a marriage counselor hayi man unyaka useyi-1 uthi kalo athi yena ngathi umfundisi lo muntu ndazene naye for 10 years oko sisilwana nale nto i-messages efowunini ukucinywa kwefowuni ukuba ifowuni kwi-silence ukuba ulibele ukundazi. And that is why, do you know why young people but end up at these days, and I like young people, they are on a quest for a solution to problems, but they are looking for solutions from where they are not found.
Okay.
Why abantu abasha they will do two things. Bazawuhlalisana noba bekhona, they will stay together. What is the thinking behind? Banale nto ethi xa ndihlala naye ndizawumfunda bhetele ndimbone. Now bengayazi ntoba what are the implications zokuhlala kunye. What does staying together mean to a man, and what does it mean to a woman?
To a woman.
You are doing the same thing, but it has got different meanings. Once you stay together, kumntu wesifazane yena uthatha ngentoba senitshatile.
Okay.
Xa nilibele uba
nisayine.
Ubhuti lo yena uthatha ngentoba wenza i-convenience yoba ahlanjelwe uba uyahlanjelwa atye athini ancede ulapha for benefits. Qondo yakhe ukreme ayikho cha kwi-benefits nje uba ngawutya okushushu ndinomntu othile and uzambona mfasi into yoba unefoni abaneziphendula phandle uba nesithini serious yedwa umuntu ongisisi akakho serious. That's a man. Ungahlala naye uhlala naye kuye means guaranteed benefits than seriousness
and
commitment towards getting married. And uzuqonda uba osisi baba serious avele kube khona nomntana bafike bene-joint bond. Hayi uba kukuthi asivume zonke ezo zinto bathini akakagqibi uenjoy convenience ahambe abone uba tyhini hayi man ndifane ndinyuke nengalo lo mntu uzicommit kakhulu angafeyinta
Yes.
kuba ngabale but ifile ingqondo
Yes.
ungena kwi-sympathy marriage uba mandingene kumtshato wovelwano ingqondo ayikho
Ayikho apho.
so that is the danger. The intention is good though unbiblical,
Okay.
but the results are not as good as they are expected.
Yes.
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 So I would say never stay together.
Okay.
That's number one.
Yes.
But number two, never be responsible for the shortcomings zakhe. Umuntu odate naye ke ngokwenu ke no courtship. Xa engenawukwazi uachieve self independence. Xa engenawukwazi myeke ithetha ukakho ready. So wenza ready umuntu ongekho ready engekakwazi ukuzenza ready. Why you have to do that? It's a high risk.
Sure.
So therefore, be on your own, develop yourself, shape your own future.
Yes.
Then uyawufumana umuntu ozidevelopileyo who is shaping his or her own future. Then you can get married.
Then you can get married. Yeah. Hi, Tata. I think you've really given us. This is exactly what we need. Kingdom conversations are all about that, the wisdom of the old that is outpoured, so that we can be able to see perspectives of things, and we can be able to have different understanding of things. Siyabulela kakhulu Tata. Before siyeke, because I do feel that this cannot be a one-day issue.
Sure.
This cannot be a one-day subject.
Yes.
You know, this cannot be just for one day.
Sure.
There's a lot that we need to actually unpack on this.
Yes.
When it comes to this. There's a lot. Now, another question that I'm having before we can go to our closure of this session is that if people have already made a decision, but even though they've made a decision and actually tried to make a commitment, but in the preparation of that, there are things that maybe they are not happy about. Is it advisable for them to turn before they get married, or to give it a try to for those things maybe they can work out? What's your advice when it comes to that?
My advice is that people should not proceed when there are doubts or bottlenecks.
Okay.
Iron out those things first.
All right.
Never overlook obstacles.
Obstacles.
Find solutions. So that, remember, I have said, every union will face challenges.
Yes.
Because getting married is one of our stages in life. But the last thing you'd want to do is to see a trend of continuation of challenges before getting married, even when you are already married.
Okay.
Now, izobangela uba ube ne-intolerance.
All right.
Remember, you can bear certain challenges to a certain limit.
Yes.
I always say, postpone the date, attend marriage counseling, and fix the challenges.
The challenges.
Then you decide.
Yes.
Now that is important. You after the challenges have been fixed, what do I mean when I say challenges must be fixed? You must be exposed to solutions to challenges.
Yes.
Now that's the role of a marriage counselor.
Okay.
The marriage counselor does not take away your challenges. The marriage counselor exposes you to answers to your problem.
To your problems.
Now, your critical role is either to accept those answers as answers to your problem and apply them accordingly.
Yes.
Mandenza umzekelo. Masithi you have discovered intoba all along lo mntu unabantwana abathathu. Wena uvumelene naye ngenamntana. I-basis ye-agreement yakho yena uyazazi.
Yes.
Wena bunguwe ungazi. Abantwana abathathu. I-date iseyimisiwe. Now postpone the date. Now uyaqonda uba i-marriage counselor iza kuthi i-choice yeyenu yoba ngaba nitshate noba bekhona abantwana abathathu. Okanye uba wena awuzukwazi ukumelana nomntu onabantwana abathathu, i-choice yeyakho intoba le decision uyinalifayo. Because the reality is, either way, there are these 3 kids. Either way, whether you get married or you decide not to get married, it will not do away with the existence of these 3 kids.
Yes.
Even if you wish you had known, awusazanga ngoku. Sidilisana nawe senivumelene.
Ngoku.
And sazinto ebesingayazanga ngexesha besivumelana ngayo. Then what do we do?
Yes.
And we'll tell you, you can still get married, but now you need a fresh decision. You need a decision that says, ndichata ubhuti onabantwana abathathu, ndichata usiso onabantwana abathathu. Remember that decision yokuqala ibingenabantwana phakathi.
Yes.
So udinga enye ke ngoku i-decision.
Yes.
So that's how we do. So it's gonna be up to you. Uba ngabe uzawuthini.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Sivile. I'm sure even the viewers at home are excited to get this kind of knowledge, this kind of wisdom. It is exactly what is needed. Thank you so much, Tata. Yes, just now an advice to someone who is about to get married. What is just a general advice that you can actually give them at home? Young people, eager, and they definitely want to get married.
2 advices. The safest and the secured advice must relate to prior your decision to get married.
Okay.
Let me advise you as an individual. That's number 1.
Okay.
The second advice, you have already agreed. Go for premarital counseling.
Yes.
But I am saying that second advice is reactionary, because it is meant to assist you in sustaining your decision. But the advice I give you, I am assisting you in decision making. But the premarital counseling assists you in sustaining your decision.
Okay.
Let me help you so that you help yourself,
You help yourself.
than helping both of you, because you have already helped yourselves, regardless of the quality of help. So that would be my last 2 parting shot
All right.
to the viewers.
To the viewers.
So
All
young
right.
people out there.
All right, it brings us to the end of our session. I think we need to have Tata again to continue on this matter. I'm just feeling in my heart that there's a lot that we haven't touched on, but because of time, of course, we will have to end our session. This was Kingdom Conversation, brought to you by Unbounded Word. Ensure that you like our page and follow us, subscribe on YouTube. Definitely you will see all the details on the screen. Thank you so much, Tata,
Yes.
for the sacrifice that you've made. Churches are open. You should be preparing for church now.
Yes.
And there are quite a number of activities that you were supposed to be busy with, but you made time to come in here. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Sincere word of appreciation also to the viewers. May the good Lord bless you as well.
Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Have a great time. Stay blessed.